Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about osteoarthritis. So guys, if you not subscribe my channel yet, so please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon. So guys, let's start our video. So firstly we talk about what is osteoarthritis. So the osteoarthritis is a degenerative disease of the synovial joint, characteristics by the focal loss of articular hyaline cartilage with proliferation of a new bone and the remodeling of the joint contour. As you can see on the diagram, there is a knee joint. So it is formed by the femur and the tibia and the fibula. So it affects its hyaline cartilage and there is a remodeling of the joint contour occur. So in the osteoarthritis, progressive disorder of the joint caused by gradual loss of cartilage and resulting in the development of the bony spurs and the cysts at the margin of the joint. So term as a osteoarthritis. Next we discuss pathogenesis of the osteoarthritis. So in this there is a progressive destruction and the loss of the articular cartilage with an accompanying periarticular bone response leads to exposure of the subchondral bone, which becomes sclerotic with increased blood vascularity and the cyst formation. So in a simply we can explain there is a cyst formation. As you can see on the diagram, there is a osteoarthritis on which there is a cyst formation and the sclerosis in subchondral bone and fibrillated cartilage, osteophytic lipping, synovial hypertrophy and the altered contour of the bone. So these are the pathogenesis of the osteoarthritis. Next we discuss etiology of the osteoarthritis. So first one is primary idiopathic, second is secondary. So when there is a no obvious predisposition factor, common form of osteoarthritis. So the primary is common form, so there is a no predisposition factor. In the secondary, when the degenerative joint changes occur in response to a recognizable local or systematic factor. So in this first one is more common than that of the second one, and in the second one there is a degenerative joint change occur. Next we discuss causes of the secondary osteoarthritis. So in this there is a developmental. So first one is hip dysplasia. So in this there is a osteoarthritis occur. Second one is endocrine. So in the acromegaly there is a osteoarthritis occur. Third one is traumatic. So intra-articular fracture or the occupational and the meniscectomy. So in this there is a OA occur. And the fourth one is inflammation. So in this there is a rheumatoid arthritis, gout, septic arthritis that leads to the OA. In the metabolic cause there is a alkaptonuria and Wilson disease. So these are the causes of the secondary osteoarthritis. And in the aseptic neurosis there is a corticosteroid use and the sickle cell disease. So in the sickle cell disease and the overuse of the corticosteroid lead to the OA. And in the neuropathies, so in this there is a syringomyelia and the diabetes mellitus. And in the miscellaneous there is a Paget disease or the Gaucher disease. These all are the causes of the secondary osteoarthritis that leads to the degenerative changes in the joint, and it is a progressive disease. So these all are the causes of the secondary osteoarthritis. Next we discuss risk factor of the osteoarthritis. So the exact cause of OA are unclear, but these factor increases the risk. First one is being 45-year-old or older. So after the 40 years there is a degenerative changes begin, so that leads to the OA. And the second one is being female. So female are more affected than that of the male, having certain hereditary condition including defective cartilage and the malformed joint, having joint injury caused by the physical activity or sport trauma leads to the OA, and the being obese leads to the OA. So these all are the risk factor of the OA. Next we discuss clinical presentation. So in this there are the sign. First one is reduced range of joint movement. When the OA occurs, so there is a pain is there, so that's why there is a joint movement is restricted. Pain on the movement of the joint or at the extreme of the joint movement, and there is a joint swelling, synovitis, warmth, effusion, synovial thickening, and there is a periarticular tenderness and the cryptus. So these all are the sign of the OA. Clinical finding in the niche OA, there is a target patellofemoral and the medial tibiofemoral compartment of the knee. So mostly affect patellofemoral and the medial tibiofemoral compartment of the knee, and there is a pain is localized to the anterior or the medial aspect of the knee and the upper tibia. And the third one is there is a jerky gait, varus deformity, joint line or periarticular tenderness, weakness and wasting of the quadriceps muscles, restricted extension and the flexion. Because of the pain, there is a movement is also restricted, and there is a bony swelling around the joint. So these all are the clinical finding present in the knee joint when there is a osteoarthritis. Next we discuss investigation of the osteoarthritis. So first one, there is a blood test in which there is a FBC, ESR, CRP, all are the normal but the rheumatic factor negative. And in the synovial fluid analysis, there is a viscous with low turbidity and CPPD and the calcium phosphate. So these are all the investigation that is done to confirm the osteoarthritis. Next we discuss the management of the osteoarthritis. So in this, firstly we discuss the goal of the osteoarthritic treatment. So first one is there is a pain improvement and there is a improvement of the functional status. So first one, we have to decrease the pain. Second, there is a non-pharmacologic intervention are the cornerstones for the osteoarthritic therapy. Third one is patient education. So it is important you have to aware the patient. And the fourth one is weight loss. In case of the obese patient, it is important to decrease the weight. Next one is exercise. So exercise is very important part in osteoarthritic treatment because it is important to increase the range of motion, reduce the pain and maintain the flexibility of the joint. Next one is physical therapy. Next one is occupational therapy and joint unloading in certain joints. So these all are the goal of the arthritic treatment. So firstly we discuss pharmacological treatment of it. So in the pharmacologic, there is a acetaminophen, NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug in which there is a COX-2 specific inhibitor with PPI or misoprostol is given. Next one is nona-acetylated salicylate, tramadol, opioids. So these all are the drug is given to the patient. Next there is a topical on which there is a capsaicin, methyl salicylate and SAIDs drug. And in the intra-articular there is a corticosteroid and the hyaluronic acid is given. See, these all are the medicine that is prescribed for the OA patient according to their condition. So this is the pharmacology treatment. Now we discuss the non-pharmacotherapy. So first one is there is a full explanation of the condition via the patient education. On this, there is a properly position and the support your neck and the back while sitting or the sleeping. Adjust furniture such as raising a chair or the toilet seat. Avoid repetitive motion of the joint, especially frequent bending. Next one is lose weight if you are overweight or obese, which can reduce the pain and the slow progression of the OA. Next is exercise each day, and the next is build confidence. So these all are the precautions that we have to tell to the patient. Now the next one is in there is exercise. So which exercise that is given? First one is aerobic condition, second one is muscle strengthening exercise. So these two exercises are given to the patient to build up the strength of the joint and maintain the range of motion, improve the range of motion, reduce the pain and the swelling. Next one is there is a reduction of the adverse mechanical factor. Like one, there is a weight loss. Second is pacing of the activity and the appropriate footwears. So these all are the non-pharmacotherapy that is given to the patient to improve their condition. Next we discuss the surgical management. So that is used for severe disability or uncontrolled pain. When there is a pain is more severe, that is not reduced by the physical therapy, exercise and the medicine. So on that cases surgical management is necessary. So second one is then there is a arthroplasty. So in this there is a partial or the total replacement of the joint with the prosthetic appliance is done. Second is arthrodesis or lamectomy. So there is a fusion of the bone, particularly in the spine. Next is osteoplastic. So there is a scarping and the lavage of the deteriorated bone. So these all are the surgical management that is done for the osteoarthritis arthritic person. So guys, in this video we discuss about osteoarthritis, its etiology, its pathogenesis and its causes, signs, symptom and the management, risk factor. Guys, hope you like this video, so please like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.